Lakers family, here we are again. Welcome to another post-game recap, guys. I can't even be mad anymore. I'm like drained from covering and watching this team. This team right here, man. They sleepwalking at this point, chat. 109 to 80, the Lakers lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves by a lot. And oh my God, is it getting ugly or what? This team is not playing for each other, ladies and gentlemen. They're playing individual pickup basketball right now, just a stat pat. Don't believe me? LeBron James had another horrendous game, and so did Anthony Davis. But it starts with our leadership. Nobody really played good outside of D'Angelo Russell, who ironically had 20 points on 8 for 12 shooting from the floor. I don't know, something's starting to click with him. But Anthony Davis, 12 points on 4 for 14, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Right? Forget about the rest of the stats. Rui, 10 points on 4 for 5 from the field. Didn't get a lot of shots. Well, LeBron James, 0 for 4. Another 3-point scoreless night for LeBron. He got his 10 points. He got exactly the 10 points. And I hated the way he got the 10 points. I was actually rooting for him not to get the fucking 10 points. Because that seemed to be his sole purpose at the end. They left him out there extra minutes. And yeah, this is definitely a joke, Solo. And you know, it seems like we are just playing individual basketball. LeBron seems like he mentally checked out. I had a hot take earlier that Diehard posted on our Instagram. Shout out to him. But I said LeBron James is either not interested in basketball anymore, or he's just gonna hold on for Bryce James, because this is the worst that I have seen LeBron in his career. All right, I'm talking about 9 straight games where he has been absolute cheeks. All right, with the exception, you can say last night he had an okay game. He still had a lot of mental lapses. He was 0 for 9 from beyond the arc. Tonight, 6 turnovers again. He had the worst plus minus on the team, minus 28. And we get smoked. Basically, just destroyed, guys. Basically, a 30-piece here, basically, by 1 point, 29-piece. And it's like, man, I don't know what they're doing out there. AD, too. AD is a softie, yo. AD was playing like an MVP candidate, and here goes AD being AD, regressing, going back into his little shell. Whatever happened to all that flexing you were doing when you were beating them last time? 12 points AD on 4 for 14 is an embarrassment. Both him and LeBron are not looking. There's no super to their star right now. There's not a single super to their star. They're just looking like regular ass players. They're looking like role players. They're not even looking like star players right now. And it's like we need a trade in the worst of ways at this point. I don't know how much longer we can wait. We might completely fall out of the Western Conference if we keep allowing teams to smoke us this way. But we just let a team that it's not even really that good smoke us. And I know what the apologists are going to say. Well, Dan, it's a back-to-back. Oh, well, Dan this. Well, Dan. Damn, man, the hell with all that shit. The Lakers just fucking suck right now. That's the bottom line. Nobody's going to tell it to you straight but me. Okay, the Lakers fucking suck. And it has more to do with the mental than with skill at this point, because they showed us the skill early in the season. They showed us exactly that what they were capable of, right? And yeah, you might say, oh, it's versus lesser teams. This was a lesser team tonight. We stayed in it with them through the first quarter, and then here come the Lakers playing hero ball, playing one-on-one ISO ball. That's the problem right now. Dan, we need you tonight, man. Dan, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on, bro. The stars aren't leading by example, and the role players are following suit. Basketball is an infectious sport. Basketball is a very infectious sport, and when the stars do bad, role players follow suit. Credit to D'Lo. He's the only one who showed up tonight offensively. Even Dalton hasn't been good the last couple games, but honestly, it feels like they're freezing him out. RZ, appreciate you, man. He said, meanwhile, with Rob Pelinka's sleep, he's robbing season. Yeah, that's a good one right there. I like the wordplay on that. Yeah, man, Rob Pelinka is definitely sleeping, fam, and I don't know who's going to wake his punk ass up, but maybe a firing will do the job. Maybe that's what he needs, right? By the way, thank you so much for the mega chat, fam.
You don't know the power of the super chat. Grateful the Empire is to your contributions. Together we shall crush the rebel scum once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Malcolm, for the mega chat. My guy said the problem is LeBron committed to play 82 games, and he's 40 on back-to-back. You know, he does look tired. I'll give him that. Maybe they should give him some time off because he did play in the Olympics. However, when he is out there, fam, six turnovers again. This man almost had more turnovers than he did points. 6 turnovers, only 10 points, fam. It's not going to cut it on any given night. And the turnovers always are costly turnovers. They're momentum shifting turnovers. They're turnovers that lead to transition buckets. They're turnovers that lead to momentum swinging. Like, he just, I don't know, man. There's something off about LeBron. It's just he's not the same, bro. He had more turnovers than he had assists. 6 turnovers to 4 assists. Just not going to cut it. And then 4 for 16 from the field. Over 4 from beyond the arc again. Something wrong with him, fam. It's like the interest went out the door. Maybe because they're not playing Bronny. Could that be it? Could it be that Bronny became the full distraction that everybody was predicting he'd be? Except for me. I thought, you know what? I thought for sure he would be more motivated playing with Bronny. And early in the season, it looked that way, right? But you're right, man. I do believe that LeBron needs a rest. And I also believe AD needs a rest. But for LeBron, it's looking like he might need a permanent rest, fam. He might be. It might be that time to retire. Because remember, he said that once the game isn't coming to him as easy as it does, and once he's putting up empty stats, he said that's when he would hang him up. And guess what he's doing these last 2 weeks? I don't know if this will continue. I hope it doesn't. He's too great to allow it to continue, but he just seems disinterested. And what bothers me is the body language. It's always some guy on the Lakers with some weak-ass body language. It was D'Angelo Russell early in the season, fam. It was D'Angelo Russell early in the season. But now it's LeBron James, and that's the worst because we need LeBron James. We need LeBron James to be a leader, just like AD. Both of those dudes' body language has been off. AD started the game pretty good. He was aggressive, and then he just fucking forgot how to play basketball. How does that happen to your star players, right? Malcolm, appreciate you, bro. He said, I agree. He should not be running point, too old. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, the injuries have put him there in that situation. The injuries have definitely kind of put LeBron in that situation. But, man, this is also on the front office. Front office is not going to get off on this one. Of course, we're always going to be Lakers first, La Mamba. Absolutely, bro. But, look, this is what I got to say. Front office can't get off on this one because we knew that we had gaping holes on this roster in the offseason. We were shocked that after basically getting swept by the Denver Nuggets, we were shocked that we made 0 moves, right? And that's also something that's really hard for me to stomach. Like, how the fuck do we not make any trades when we just got swept? Meanwhile, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference got eliminated early in the playoffs as well, the Thunder, and they went out and they made 2 moves, right? Meanwhile, a team like the Knicks who made it to the Eastern Conference Finals or almost made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in spite of injury, went out and made 2 blockbuster deals. How have we lowered our standards? God knows the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss would have never lowered his standards this bad, right? Looks like we got another mega chat.
Look at the stars. All the people that have super chatted have contributed to the success of this channel.
Really?
Yes. And was best. We will reach the moon one day if they continue such contributions. Your super chats are always appreciated. Thank you.
Passport Blackheart, thank you so much for activating that little GIF. Lakers can't afford to wait much longer. At one point, does this organization need to be held accountable? LeBron at 40 shouldn't be asked to keep carrying them. No, but I agree with that. He should not be asked to keep carrying them, but that's not what we're asking him to. We're just asking him to take care of the damn basketball, not force shots, right? It's a big gap between carrying and what he's doing right now. Yeah, first of all, he hasn't carried all season long. If anything, AD has been carrying for the first time in his career. Lately, ever since the Orlando Magic game, this man, AD has disappeared. Let's be honest. He had one good game, and that was last night. Tonight, disappeared again. He's been inconsistent, which is what we feared, which is why he always gets put out of Defensive Player of the Year conversations or MVP conversations. Let's keep it a stack. It's his own fault because of his inconsistencies. But LeBron James, all I'm asking for LeBron is to play regular-ass basketball. He has transformed into the new Russell Westbrook, right? He's out here missing everything, forcing everything, turning the ball over. And these are some silly turnovers, too. I'm talking full-court passes that don't get there. I'm talking running people over when they're clearly going to try to take the charge. I'm talking traveling. Like, these are some fundamentally sound turnovers that he never used to make. So right now, I don't know what's going on for LeBron. Everybody pray for him and his family because something could be going on behind the scenes. Or maybe it's just father time, and maybe he's got mental fatigue to go with father time. Maybe he's getting frustrated that his body doesn't do what he used to do, right? And maybe he gave the final of what he had in the Olympics. It might be time for him to retire after this season. right? But one thing's for sure, what I cannot and I will not stand for, and I have to hold them accountable, is the turnovers, fam. Forget about the missed shots. The turnovers and the poor shot selection, you got to hold them accountable in spite of Father Time being here, right? I do appreciate the bag of chat, bro, but you're right. The organization also has to be held accountable. And this is why I'm saying Rob Pelinka he's made plenty of mistakes. The latest mistake was obviously this offseason not making a single trade or even signing any free agents. That's his latest mistake. Don't make another mistake, Rob, because you're already sitting on a throne full of lies and flame. Remember, Rob Pelinka lied to us. He said that they didn't make any trades last trade deadline because they were gearing up to make some sort of a deal and try to land a star in the offseason. We didn't land anything, fam, right? And so now here we are, early December. The month just started, right? December 2nd. And we're already looking desperate as shit. We're looking like we're about to do a massive Western Conference slide unless we keep facing teams like the Jazz. And I don't see a trade in sight. I hear rumors. But usually when you hear rumors, the conversation is just starting to take off, barely. And so very concerned about the state of the Lakers right now. And are they even going to be able to hold their head above water? I don't know. I don't know, fam. I don't know. My guy said tonight was like watching an LA Fitness game. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather watch an LA Fitness game, brother. But you're right. It was absolutely disgusting. And our stars, they're leading the charge. Yes, we're on back-to-back. I know what the apologist wasn't going to say, what are going to say for sure. There's going to be a lot of excuses being made in different, channels. But let me tell you this. There's no excuse for coming out this flat, turning the ball over this much, and for both of our stars to look like weaklings. Lately, I've been finding myself hoping for Dalton to go off before I hope for LeBron to go off. And that's saying a lot. We're hoping for rookies to save us. That is saying a lot. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the last week or so, have been pathetic. The combination of them. One game doesn't change my mind. Right? All this new fly gear you have on, do the Lakers deserve that? This is not new, bro. I've had this. Let me show you how unnew this is. Look at my sleeves. They rip, brother. I've had this forever, my guy. And the same thing with the hat. It is not new at all. I promise you that. But no, the Lakers right now don't deserve anything, fam. Anything. I could, for the first time in probably 10 years, I turned the game off with 4 minutes left because I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? I didn't sign up to watch the South Bay Lakers. I signed up to watch the Lakers. And as much as I support everybody on the team, those young guys were not going to make a difference in this ball game. This game was over. All right. This game was probably over by the half because the Lakers mailed it in. And this is the first time I said, you know what? I don't even want to finish this. I'm disgusted because it's not the first time this year we play like this. We've already gotten blown out 3 times this season. This is the 3rd time. Blown out to the point where we're not even in the ball game by the end of the 4th quarter. And it's really disgusting, bro. The Lakers don't deserve – Laker fans don't deserve this, right? We've been patiently waiting. They told us, hey, this isn't the only championship we're going to win in 2020. That's the only one it looks like we're going to win. Because unless they can make a blockbuster deal or even a couple of moves, right? How far do you guys think this current Laker team can take us? We're struggling versus mediocre teams. The Timberwolves have the talent, but they've been mediocre all year. They really have. They've been extremely mediocre. So it's like we're the team that other teams that are struggling circle on their calendar as, oh, we're about to go off. We're about to go off. But again, I'm disappointed because it starts with our leaders. It starts with LeBron James and AD. Those guys have not been good. Like, they're superstars, and then they'll look anything but super right now. Right? Like, again, let's go back to the stats. 33 minutes for AD. You only got us 12 points, bro. 1 block. Come on, fam. In 33 minutes, 4 for 14 from the field. That means you only made 4 shots and missed 10. You missed 10 more shots than what you made. 4 for 14. Ridiculous. When D'Lo's your best player on the court, you're not going to win many games. All right? D'Lo was our best player in the starting lineup. 20 points, 5 assists. Credit to him. He's been playing a lot better. Dalton, again, back-to-back stinkers. Tonight he was 3 for 8 from the field, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc for 6 points. So he was off again. And then what bench? We don't have a bench. Max Christie has been an atrocity. 1 for 7 from the field. 2 for 9 from the field. 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. 2 for 5 for Gabe Vincent. 5 points. I didn't agree with the coach's decision to bench Gabe when he actually played good last game. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So again, this team, man, it has no identity. We have had an identity crisis since the 2020 championship year. Is the truth, right? Robert says, ready for the era to end. LeBron James don't care to win now. It sure looks that way. It looks that way for sure. I don't know what's going on for Bron, man, but he needs everybody's prayers. Laker Nation collectively, we got to pray for Bron the way he's been playing. Because it looked like he's been tormented by the spirit of Diddy or some shit the way he's playing. Like, there's something really wrong with this man right now. And he's in his own head. He is. Trade Bron and AD ASAP. Rob not doing anything. I don't expect either of the two to get traded unless they both request a trade. That's the only way I can see something happening. But I think in order for that to happen, we probably have to be 10 games below 500. And the problem is we have a good enough team to stay above water, but we don't have a good enough team to truly compete in the West as we're built right now. And that's partially due to all the injuries as well. Not having Vandal back, Christian Wood never got a chance on the Lakers because he's always hurt now. Gabe Vincent hasn't performed. I mean, so many problems with this team, fam. So many problems. They sold us Wolf tickets early on by going on that 3-game win streak, and then ever since then, it's been up and down, up and down. We need pieces that actually fit together. That's on Rob and Jeannie. We keep holding on to these first-round picks. This is what I'm going to say, man. I'm going to give the front office an ultimatum. Either you use those first-round picks to get better, whether you trade or draft one, whatever, vice versa, or you trade them both away and fully embrace LeBron and AD era. Now, fans might be looking at this and saying, LeBron's done. Why should we trade our first-round picks? Well, because Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss haven't done well by LeBron and AD towards the end of their career, meaning after we won in 2020, everything has gone downhill. We really should have had 2 championships with this duo, to be honest, at least. Right? Kobe Gasol got 2 championships. Kobe Shaq got 3 championships. LeBron and AD has 1. That's a failure. And yeah, part of it is due to the players and their efforts and all of that. But the other part is also, why haven't we got Anthony Davis, another big man, to go alongside him? Part of the reason why AD's struggling on nights like today, and again, I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but it's because he went up against 2 big men and they wore him the fuck out. Look, Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. Julius had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. Rudy Gobert has 17 points, 12 rebounds. That's going to wear you out. That was their starting lineup. Anytime we go up against big teams, we have no chance, right? So, again, that part is on the front office for sure. I'm not going to let them off the hook. They haven't gave the Laker fans what we deserve as far as giving AD another big man to go alongside of him. So, again, on that part, definitely holding them accountable. But the rest is on the stars. They still have to lead by example. They still have to show up. And they have to play with some damn pride. I haven't seen Laker pride in a long time, man. The last time I seen true Laker pride, like true Laker pride, was in 2020. That team that had LeBron, AD, Kuz, KCP, Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee, Markieff Morris. That was the last time I saw true Laker pride. Since then, it's been wishy-washy, on and off, right? D. Free said, this team needs athletes, dogs, dudes with a high motor, 3-and-D, a big. So basically every damn thing in the book. Oh, my guy. This has been, again, it's been really pathetic showing here. And the worst part is that they give us a glimpse of us actually being able to become a good team, but then they snatch it away, man. Like Scorpion, get over here. They just snatch it. They snatch our souls out of our hearts. I don't even have the energy to be mad because I'm under the weather, fam. Otherwise, I'd probably be breaking some shit right now. But I'm telling you, man, this team. That's why I was not impressed. What did I tell you guys last night during postgame? I said, I'm not happy with this win in spite of the win because we barely beat the Jazz by 1 point, and it took the head coach getting in the way for it to happen. And now look, I told you guys we'd lose to the Timberwolves for sure if we played that way, right? Yeah, I want to make sure to put in a good word for Stanley, y'all. I love Stanley Johnson. I'd love to have a player like that. Yeah, a dog. Yeah, he's not a bucket getter all the time, but he can score buckets from time to time. And 3-and-D type of guy, man. Exactly what we need. And a rebounder, too. Somebody who could pick up full court on defensive end. Lizzie said, I have not seen Laker pride since LeBron became the owner of the Lakers. Damn. Listen, Lizzie came out here and she chose violence. Oh, my goodness. She said the owner of the Lakers. Them some fighting words, Lizzie. But you know what? You're not too wrong about that. I will say this. LeBron did change in somewhat in a good way and somewhat in a bad way. For example, when LeBron came, he brings clutch with him. So most of the players we got were clutch clients, right? There have been some decisions that LeBron had his part in and that have been bad. There have been some that have been good. But for sure, it seems like the Lakers don't have a backbone. Because I said it last season, man. Like, if we do everything that Clutch and LeBron wants, we're going to end up in the gutter. And maybe that's why they don't want to trade the 2 first-round picks. But at the same time, man, this play is not acceptable. Bottom line. Look, I'm grateful for the championship LeBron has brought here in 2020. I'm happy. I'm not going to sit here and slander him and say he's trash and this and this and that. But the team is playing like trash right now entirely. So I got to hold each and every single one accountable. Like, matter of fact, you know what? At the end of the day, though, it starts from the top, right? It starts with the front office. And we already went through how many coaches since LeBron's been here? Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham. 3 coaches since LeBron's been here. This is the 4th coach, right? So we know that the coaching is somewhat of an issue, but we can't have that as an excuse anymore because we've been through 4 of them. So process of elimination. The front office, Rob Pelinka. Rob, you're sitting on 2 picks, first-round picks and pick swaps, plus some decent expiring contracts and some young talent. You got to maximize. If you want to win championships with AD and LeBron, you got to maximize that. If not, then trade AD and LeBron and start the rebuild. It's that simple. Don't be a middle-of-the-road team, which is what we have been ever since 2020, right? Like, man, like the way we look tonight, if I was the GM, I'm coming out, I'm trading everybody but Dalton, right? Maybe keeping Austin Reeves, Dalton, and another young piece, but that's about it. The way we playing, because we don't look like we have the effort, the energy, or the care, right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and fire off my favorite GIF.
You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
Shout out to Denzel, man. My favorite line right there from the movie. Listen, that's how I really feel. I can't express it because I'm under the weather, but I'm telling you, man, this team has disappointed the shit out of me. And I didn't think I could get more disappointed because, remember, when we started the year, I said, let's wait and see this year. Let's wait and see how we come out of the gates. I'm a whole reserve judgment. I'm going to wait and see, right? But from what I've seen so far, it's a roller coaster ride. That means we're not a good team. Up, down, and right now down. I can't wait till we go up again, but next time we go up, I'm not going to overreact. Until the Lakers actually make a trade, the front office shows they're serious. The superstars on the Lakers, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, play consistent. They show us they're serious because, again, I think people are misconstrued what I'm expecting from LeBron and AD versus what they're giving us. I'm not expecting LeBron to average 30 and 10. That's what I'm expecting from AD. I'm not expecting from AD to average 50 or 40 and 15 with 5 blocks. But I am expecting consistency from both. And with LeBron, I said it before the season even started. Go back and watch my predictions video. I wanted LeBron to come in here and be the 3rd or 4th option because I knew Father Time would come. But when he's over here trying to continue his streak of double-digit scoring, he's more focused on that. Break the record for Kyle Korver. He hasn't hit a single freaking 3 since the record from Kyle Korver came up. So right there is when it tells you that the Lakers have a mental lapse. And AD hasn't been himself. He got his power snatched like Space Jam's 1. He got his superpower snatched after he missed those 2 free throws versus Orlando in our house and we lost our first game at home. So, again, for me, it's more of a mental issue with these superstars than it is a physical issue. I know everybody wants to blame Father Time and them playing the Olympics and all that, but no more excuses for them. They got to play better, period. Just come out here and play better. That's it. Hey, that would be nice if the Dodgers did buy. That would be really nice if the Dodgers did buy the Lakers, but I don't think they're for sale. They've been a family-owned business, and I expect them to stay there. But man, so Dan, who should be the second scorer? Well, the first one, it should have been AD. We've kind of gone away from that. The second one I thought would be Austin, but ever since Dalton has surfaced, I think we need to start drawing up some plays for Dalton. I know he's in a 2-game slump, but I think we got to start drawing up some plays for Dalton. He moves really well without the basketball. I still like Reeves there. I would say Dalton, Reeves, switching off, whichever one's having a better night, go off. AD, Dalton, Reeves, and then LeBron can come in and get his buckets. But I want LeBron to be more of a based on whatever the defense is giving you, because lately he's just been forcing the issue. That's the biggest issue with LeBron. When you force the issue and you don't let the game come to you, you're going to lose a lot of games, fam. Especially when you don't. Let's be honest. I love LeBron James, but he doesn't have the same explosion anymore. Father Time is here. We've seen the drop off. And some people are saying, well, give him some rest, because of the Olympics or whatever. Well, guess what? If you give him some rest, you're going to fall off in the Western Conference, right? Him and AD need rest. Okay, that's fine. But we could probably going to go 5 games below 500 unless the role players step up and have like a magical run, which they're capable of, but it's not likely. They haven't played enough together by themselves to actually have that camaraderie. But the most important thing, if we really want to turn the season around, is they have to make a trade, because for the last – we had a nice little run after we traded Westbrook away, and then we kind of got comfortable and we started spiraling downwards. And we did worse and worse and worse and worse. So the team reeks of we need a trade. It reeks of that, right? It's almost like mandatory at this point. And so that's what I'm expecting. That's the only thing that I think could get us in the right path, outside of maybe tweaking the. And here's another thing. And the modern NBA has been disappointing because everybody wants to go small ball, but not everybody is the Warriors. Not everybody can get away with that. Why haven't we tried a 2 big man lineup to help AD in the paint? The Timberwolves, they had a 2 big man lineup. You see, they feasted, right? So we got to try everything. And I don't feel like we've left every stone unturned, man. I don't feel it. Solo said this team won't be successful unless Bron is the third option, but no one is good enough to make it happen. You might be right, and this is why maybe they'll trade for a second star. I've been clamoring for a Trae Young type, but in reality, the defense is just as bad. And here's the thing. The last 5 games, I read somewhere right now that the last 5 games, the Lakers are 26th in offensive efficiency. So to start the year, the defense was the problem, but now the offense is the problem. Also, the last 2 games without Austin Reeves, I think should show you guys why we need him. He's tremendous as a playmaker, ball handler, and a scorer. Like, he brings us 3 layers of he makes a difference out there. Now, is he the starting point guard we need? Probably not. But we look a lot worse offensively without him. All right, so this is for all the people that like to take him for granted. But again, I think trades are mandatory now at this point. No excuses for the front office. No excuses for LeBron and AD. No excuses for anybody, right? Let's put the standard back up on top again, the way it used to be. I feel like ever since Jerry Buss passed, God rest his soul, we have lowered the bar for these guys, right? We're satisfied with making a Western Conference run. We're satisfied with making the play-in tournament and making the playoffs. No more. Nothing less than a top 4 seed in the West should be expected from here on out, and constant contention for a championship, right? Constant contention for a championship is what we need. My guy Just Be, appreciate you, man. He said, didn't watch the game, but here to support you, Dan, as always, and Laker Nation. I need a mental vacation from this team till we get some damn trades. I feel you, bro, and I don't blame you. I'll be here for you to give you recaps and all of that, but it is really disheartening to see that we had potential to start the year and we're starting to squander it away, right? That's crazy. Nobody even stepped up for Reeves. That shows you how soft we are. And I called it out right when it happens on playback. I said, what the fuck? Why is nobody coming to his aid? They all stood around just watch him like be in pain on the ground. Like, really? Like, I don't know about you guys, but any team that I can remember, even now, even modern teams, would have came up to, step up to the plate for their role player falling like that. Like, that was a hard foul. D-Free said, my guy D-Free says, shout out to D-Free. He said, I don't think these guys are satisfied with any of that. It just is what it is. Reality is Rob should be gone. He got an extension when we fired the coach and hired Vogel and put together the team. I agree with you there. However, I do feel like they're getting complacent, D-Free. I do feel it. You can see it in their post-game recaps. Their answers are never that of accountability. You don't see the frustration as much. And also, I see them, kikiing and ha-haing on the sideline when we're down 20. And that, to me, is not acceptable. I mean, again, we grew up with a different standard watching real superstars like Magic and Kobe. But the truth of the matter is we're getting blown out and guys are still having a good time, which means I'm really not having a good time. Like, I need this team. There needs to be changes for real. The good news is December 15th can't get here quick enough. There's going to be no excuses. Right now, the excuse is, oh, not everybody's tradable because, December 15th hasn't rolled around. Once that rolls around, now we're really looking at Rob. We're really going to take to Twitter to let our voices be heard. The fans that go to Staples Center are really going to start booing when trades aren't made, and the pressure is going to rise. Again, right now, Rob Pelinka is sitting on a throne of lies, and Magic Johnson is looking like a saint. Because remember what Magic Johnson said when he quit? You guys remember? He said there was a snake in the front office who didn't allow him to do his job properly, and he was losing the joy for the game of basketball. Not being able to fire Luke Walton like he wanted, not being able to do what he wanted. And that snake very well could be Rob Pelinka, which is what he was insinuating, right? Credit to Magic. He also gave props to Rob once Rob won the championship. But, man, one's not enough for Laker fans, especially when you got mega stars on the team. One is just not enough. And so, just like Magic was feeling that sense of joy being gone watching the Lakers, and he'd rather step back, that's how I'm feeling right now. Outside of Dalton Connect going off for a couple of games and, the Lakers actually playing like a unit for that 6-game win streak, there hasn't been too much joy this season, man. It's been a lot of letdowns. It's been a lot of disappointments. The biggest disappointment was that free throws we missed versus the Magic game, that dagger they hit on us. The other one was versus Phoenix, when we were in Phoenix and we just dropped the game when, LeBron was having an off day and he tried to force the issue and we lost. And now you see these kind of blowouts. Like, I don't like it when we get blown out because it shows that we're not as good as we thought we were early, right? I don't like getting blown out. That's never good. And it shows that you never had a chance against this team. Imagine never having a chance versus a team that has a worse record than you. Like, why? And I'll tell you why, man. This team is lacking a lot of heart. But it starts with the superstars. We got to hold them accountable always. If you don't hold the superstars accountable, then you're just a player fan, right? And ain't nothing wrong with just being a player fan, but let's keep it real. We can't have a real conversation with only player fans because they get their panties in a bunch whenever you call their favorite player out. I've seen it. I've felt it. I've got DM'd it. Like, come on now. Everybody should be held accountable. We were hard on D'Lo. Now D'Lo's playing better. Now LeBron's playing like shit. Now AD's playing like shit. Why can't we get the whole team on the same page? That's his chemistry's lacking. Why is chemistry's lacking? That's because we're lacking a trade. Why are we lacking a trade? That's because the front office is lacking, right? So it always trickles down from the top to the bottom. And we're here on this channel to hold everybody accountable, man. But I'll read some comments and some questions. I said everything I had to say. And I'm proud of myself. I did it without losing my cool. I think I've been pretty cool, calm, and collected this year compared to last season when I was really just destroying everything in my past. I was like the Tasmanian Devil post game. So I'm trying to stay cool, man. But I'm eventually going to lose it. They keep having these kind of games. These games are an atrocity to mankind. It feels like a waste of time watching this. That's bad. The Denver game was definitely embarrassing, Danny. Yes, agreed. The Denver game was disgusting. But this is the same thing, especially because, again, we competed with them for one quarter and then took off the rest of the night. Let's see. Dan, Buddy League, JJ can't govern LeBron. He don't care. Under Darvin and Vogel, LeBron and AD never score this low in games. I promise you, Fresh Freeport, I promise you that there's going to be a bunch of apologists saying this is only due to being on a back-to-back. But to me, these are professional athletes who pay millions of dollars to keep their body ready for the next game. And they have professional trainers and diet people and everybody who cooks for them. They should be good. There shouldn't be these type of excuses. Like, I don't see people who work 9 to 5 jobs making excuses when they're under the weather and they have to go to work. Right? They go to work and they get the job done. So we got to stop babying these athletes, man. At the end of the day, what is going on is that the modern day superstars are softer. They just are. That's why I hate it when they disrespect they bring up the plumber era with Michael Jordan or they say that this era is more skilled. Please. Motherfucker, please. This era right here is the most coddled era of all time. What is Joel Embiid doing? I see him always taking nights off talking about injury management. When was that ever a thing in the past? Ever. I see teams getting fined millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars based off of people, just based off of people taking nights off. When was that a thing in the past? Look at Kawhi. He never even plays. I think Kawhi is a professional cheerleader. He has more off days than he does on days. And he's still getting max contracts. Since when? I remember back in our time, man, if a player was injured, even when Curry was in the league, they were considering, and they didn't even give him a max contract. That's the reason they was able to build a super team. Curry had to take less because he had weak-ass ankles. Man, this league is so damn soft. Ben Simmons, thank you. The name Zion. Who else? What other quote-unquote star players are getting paid like mega stars and they ain't showing half the effort? And again, that's an environment that this new commissioner and the modern-day superstar has created. Just like the All-Star game, they coming out here pouting and walking around and dragging their feet like we didn't just vote for them. Back then, a superstar was thankful that the fan voted for them. They would put on a show for the fans, for the crowd. Now you got to beg superstars to even join the NBA dunk contest. The dunk contest went for the most coveted event in the All-Star to the most hated event. Now people fucking love the three-point shootout better because that's the only thing people trying, thanks to Curry. Three-pointers are the only thing people are interested in. The All-Star game looks like a half-court shootout. It's disgusting, fam. The modern-day superstar is soft. I don't care if it's your favorite player, if you grew up watching this guy, if you follow him his whole career. Look at AD, man. AD has the talent to be a multi-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. And then we always question why he doesn't get the love. This is why. He's reminding us why he doesn't get the love. Tonight, going up against the quote-unquote Defensive Player of the Year. Instead of sending a statement, you came out and you fucking laid an egg. 12 points. Come on, man. You let Rudy Gobert, who's not even a bucket, get 17 points on you. Horrible, man. Horrible. Oh, just gross. Dtlf said, did you know that the doctors told the Clippers that Kawhi's timeline for return was 2 years? That's how bad his injury were, but the Clippers still forced them to play. Man, that's just the Clippers. They're just a bad organization. That's an anomaly. But the fact that they're still paying them all these millions of dollars, that's what I mean. We coddle these players, man. Listen, the fans should hold the players accountable. You got sensitive stars like Kevin Durant out here taking to Twitter, trying to defend his name because he's too sensitive to really just keep his head down and just work on his game whenever he has off nights. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's insane. It's insane the way the league has kind of turned in. And we're a product of that right now. Somebody said something that really pissed me off, man, the other night. They said the Clippers have kind of taken over as the new team that plays with heart in LA. It's like, I don't want to hear that shit ever in my life because that's not true first and foremost. Or is it? Has LeBron James and Anthony Davis let us down to that point where now it looks like James Harden's playing harder? That's no. I refuse to accept that. I refuse to live in a reality where that's happened, man. Find me the nearest ledge, bro. I'm getting ready to jump off. If they ever say that again about the Clippers and the Lakers, bro, I don't want to be a part of that. That's Armageddon Part 3, man. Ain't no way. Let's see. Prince said, what will happen now is that teams will smell our desperation. We will either get fleeced or we will suffer until the trade deadline. Agreed. That's why we have to keep trying to win, man. But, hey, that's not going to happen anytime soon with LeBron James and AD out here acting like it's Easter, man, because they're laying eggs everywhere. I hear like some goddamn Easter bunnies, man. Just mythical creatures. They need to bring in non-guaranteed contracts. Yes, bring that shit back. Make motherfuckers play like their life is on the line. Or better yet, bring those players that are overseas, man. Lonnie Walker, Stanley Johnson, all of them. Bring them back and see if people don't get hungry for their roster spot. He said, we need more contracts like the Zion one. That one has a lot, and I mean a lot of conditions based around it. Weight, health. Yes. Yes. Yes, we need that. We need that. Solo said Clippers have a long way before they can be considered better than the Lakers in anything. I agree with that. I'll never crown them anything. But all I'm saying, that's what I heard, and I never want to hear that shit again. And that's because we have been playing soft. But I don't even want to hear that. That is demonic music to my ears. Not today, Satan. So Rob giving away 2-year options. Rob has made mistake after mistake after mistake. He's made some. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. Rob Pelinka has fooled me because he came in here the first year and had a magical run, especially after having to pivot away from not signing Kawhi to signing, who was it? Rondo, Dwight. I forgot who he signed, but he signed a bunch of good players, and we competed and won the championship. And I was like, oh, my God. This is Kobe Bryant's last gift to the Lakers, Rob Pelinka. Sure enough, he's been completely, ever since then, it's been downward spiral. He hasn't done any great thing that I can truly think of personally, where I could say, okay, yeah, this guy's a keeper. He's here to stay. No. And like D3 said, when we were supposed to actually put him on the hot seat, we gave him a contract extension, which I was puzzled by when that happened. Yeah, it really seems like Magic Johnson was on the head. He hit the nail on the head about Pelinka. But hey, look, guys, all I can say now is let's see how this story, how far down we have to fall before something good actually happens and we start getting back on track. Because honestly, right now, I have no hope for this Laker team. My hope has dwindled. You guys know I'm a very positive guy when it comes to Lakers. It's early in the season. Still, there's still a chance that we can get back on track, but heads have to roll. And I mean, trades have to happen. Otherwise, front office people have to get fired and so on and so forth. We got to get shit back on track. All right, this is not going to fly with, I think, true Laker fans. We've been here for years, fam. I've been a Laker fan for 28 years of my life now. 28 years of my life, I've been a Laker fan. And the post-Jerry Buss era has been one of the hardest as a sports fan. Like, I never imagined the Lakers would be in limbo like this. We've won one championship in the last 15 years, almost 15 years. One championship. That's a big drought. That is a huge drought. One championship is nice, but in almost 15 years going on, that's crazy. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, hopefully we have a game in 2 days. And so hopefully we can figure something out here, whether there's a starting lineup change or whatever, or guys getting healthy. Maybe Reeves plugging him back in the lineup will solve some issues offensively. But defensively, we still have an insane amount of work to go. Rui has disappointed me. Max Christie has definitely disappointed me. Gabe Vincent, can't even talk about him. LeBron and AD are now starting to disappoint me. Like, it's starting to become a bad season. Still have a lot of time, but it's starting to become a bad season. But anyways, it's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys here for tapping in tonight. I know it's hard, especially after the Laker loss. But hopefully we all were able to vent and speak our piece, man, and get some rest, guys, because the storm is coming. It's going to be even harder moving forward. And hopefully this isn't the end of LeBron and AD, because if it is, they're going to go out sad. If they have to go out like this, injury-prone, inconsistent, and with a bad front office, it's going to be a sad way to watch a farewell tour. That's all I'm going to say. We already got to see one sad farewell tour, and that was the Kobe Bryant farewell tour, because we didn't really put a team around him to compete. I don't want to watch a second sad farewell tour with LeBron and AD, right? If that's the case, might as well trade them both and give them a chance to compete elsewhere and bring in the rebuilding process earlier, if that's the case. And everybody is like, it's a win-win situation. But again, we'll see in which direction they go. And I got you guys. If anything breaks, I keep my ear close to the ground. You guys know you'll hear it here first. Hit the like button, subscribe if you already haven't. Major shout out to my sponsorships, both of them, DraftKings and Prize Picks. And I will see you guys on the next one, man. Appreciate y'all. Please have a great rest of your night. Peace.